On the outskirts of Bologna, Italy, an eclectic structure defies explanation.
There's gold leaf onion domes, minarets, towers, and turrets.
There are endless medieval, Arab, Moorish decorations in a labyrinth of towers, staircases, and courtyards. It's clear this is the creation of a very wealthy individual, one whose face is immortalized in the stained glass.
Here he came up with his greatest invention.
He set out to cure cancer, and the famous and the desperate made pilgrimages to the sanctuary.
The creator of this peculiar world won international acclaim, but his monumental legacy would become his prison.
At the heart of it all is a drawbridge.
Drawbridge inside the building.
But inside it.
You must have a certain frame of mind to build a drawbridge on the outside.
He did
of your
not
private
build that.
quarters. He descended into paranoia. He felt like everyone was out to get him.
That whole thing, looking at the top of the mountain, there's another There's another piece of the...
Rubini grew up in the shadow of this looming mansion.
We always got used to this mysterious castle on top of the hill that we didn't know much about. I could never see the castle from the inside because it closed before I was born.
For decades, rumors circulated in the local area about the eccentric man who once lived here. In August 2015, Carlotta got to find out the truth.
I remember the first time I walked in here, I was like pinching myself because I couldn't believe I finally got to set foot inside this castle. We were able to learn the real story of the Count Cesare Mattei.
By most measures, Cesare Mattei led an enviable life, but it wasn't without hardship.
Born to a wealthy Bologna family in 1809, illness influenced his life from an early age. He was just 21 when his mother was diagnosed with breast cancer, a disease which lingered on for 15 years before killing her.
Disappointed by incompetent doctors, he decided to take matters into his own hands.
His purpose was to find a new medicine that could cure everything, from simple cold to cancer.
In 1850, he acquired this hillside to build a
How did he
residence
acquire
that would
that?
house his growing obsession. Cesare didn't trust anyone else with the design and was the architect of his own outlandish vision.
No, it
It
said he had
became
acquired
known
it.
as
Then it says he's the
Mattei.
architect.
The Count loved the Moorish style, which is prominent inside the castle.
He loved the Moorish style.
Eccentric is a good word
So
to
then he
describe
just
I
built
think.
it just because he loved
It's
it.
very peculiar.
But it was more than just Cesare's folly. Here he would atone for his mother's drawn-out death.
He came up with an alternative form of medicine called electrohomeopathy.
This is the room of the visions where the Count
They're distracting me
claims
with,
to have had
or trying
the
with the
original
stupid
idea for
cancer
his medicine,
thing. But
which
there's
he then
a melted
had
castle,
painted on the wall there.
and they're painting over all the melt.
Cesare believed his unique plant-based method could cure diseases by balancing
But
electrical
what
charges
I'm really
and
trying to
chemicals
show
inside the body.
is
He turned
what is
to
going on with this
grinding
castle,
various plants into pulps and mixing
because
them
this
in
castle
vials.
has other
It was made
melted
of
features
33 types of
around it
granules and 5 liquids
up higher
that
on the
mixed
hill.
together in different dosages were supposed to cure
I don't know how to
everything.
research, but up higher on that hill there
He
are
administered
other
his herbal concoctions to the sick of Bologna without charge. Word
other
spread, and patients soon came from all over the world to take the supposedly magical medicine. But in 1873, after surviving a horrifying train crash, he became increasingly reclusive and gradually withdrew
did not
into
build
his
that.
house on the hill.
Although his electrohomeopathy empire was thriving,
that is
he was
just
withering
what
inside of the castle.
survived. And there's other pieces that survived. They're not showing. They only showed it for a split second. It's half of a tower melted.